In the middle of the fog of the information war of 2020, I watched as the empire that I helped build deconstruct itself brick by brick. The world stopped, my salary stopped, but my rent did not stop. The food that I didn't have the patience to wait 6 months to harvest stopped. The expenses of living continued. And if it were not for what I did with my crypto investment portfolio, I would most likely have to do things that I didn't want to do. 1, get a job. 2, leave Colombia. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how I 10x'd my crypto investment portfolio and what's my plan to do it again. So as I watched at the beginning of this year, my crypto portfolio go 3x, 5x, and 10x, I learned another important fundamental lesson. Everything can vanish. What we're experiencing right now in the digital is a series of cycles of hype and valuation and belief in the potential of certain pieces of our future digital infrastructure. As we get excited about this belief, we're going to frequently experience corrections to reality, corrections of what actually has value. And I watched my portfolio that had about approximately 10x'd reduce in value by about 75%. And I learned a very important fundamental lesson. Everything can vanish, and it can vanish instantly in the digital. So if you've been paying attention, and that is what we are doing here, we are paying our attention to invest our attention into the creation of a digital empire that is going to liberate our lifestyles. And I think this is a great opportunity as I go about rebuilding and reconstructing my digital empire, to take you along for the ride, to peer inside what it looks like to build a digital empire. And so I've made some changes. The town plaza, which is a very important aspect. I used to have this plaza here, but I think it's going to be more visually understandable. I also want to increase security for obvious reasons. So I'm going to begin with a castle in the center. That is where we hold what we value. That is where we hold our intention of dualistic purpose that serves the people around us, as well as inherently motivates and excites us every day as we want to. We obsess with finding out what happens next, what adventure could be possible as we continue to expand. I'm also going to move my communications into my digital dry bag, because I think those are things that I take with me everywhere. My WhatsApp, my email, and I'm going to put my Twitter in there. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, jump over and add me on there, Sam Miller Life. We're seeing the meta narratives that are appearing in our world sprout in Twitter and then get taken by various news agendas into their direction. But on Twitter, I've been able to get so close to the source of the event that you can begin to see who has what agenda, and you can see those agendas split. And so as we look for peace in our digital empire, understanding what is objectively true and not getting combative with our agendas, I think Twitter is an essential tool for that. WhatsApp, email, Twitter, those are fast, rapid communication tools that I'll be keeping very close in my dry bag as I go out into different areas of this digital empire. This K right here is Kartra. This is my all-in-one business platform. If you want to know what it is, click the link in my bio, which is sammiller.life, and you will get a link here to a 14-day free trial. That is how I've been able to generate my first kind of online business income. I've got an all-terrain store that I've got there using Shopify, but my other, my link in bio, inside my link in bio, you'll see here that I have a program that I've been developing. And when I found myself without a income, I packaged the knowledge that I've built as I've been reconstructing my own physical posture using breath, movement, gravity, strength, and a range of programs. I've been able to actually generate around $550 since I launched this program just over a month ago. I've also done some consulting calls, which leaves me with an income of about $1,000 that I can begin to expand my digital empire upon. And in the next video, I'm going to start a chapter of intending my $1,000 into $10,000. We're going to invest our attention and invest our dollars according to what we find with our attention, with our focused strategic attention, and we are going to invest that in with the intention of growing it to $10,000, because I need a mode of transport around the physical realm, and I think a motorbike is a great way to diversify off the digital, because in the digital everything can vanish. And when we have these runs up like I did, and I had a 10x growth of my portfolio, the piece of my strategy that I was missing was a way to take profits into something more stable. Now that could be a stable coin, which is a cryptocurrency that is algorithmically pegged. It matches the US dollar and a range of other currencies that are far more stable than the fluctuating cryptocurrencies that are experiencing hype cycles of valuation as we unfold the digital infrastructure of our civilization. So we can put it in stable coins, we can put it into, we can actually stake some of those profits and generate interest, similar to what we would do with a cash term deposit. We're saying we're not going to touch that money for a period of time and generate higher interest depending on the term of the stake that we make. This is a very convenient tool that we're going to be exploring inside the financial district. That's starting here. I've also added a very important message that I've also learned. One of those fundamental truths that I'm going to be implanting with signs into this digital empire. Markets transfer wealth from the impatient to the patient. That's a twist on a Warren Buffett quote. The stock market is designed to transfer wealth from the impatient to the patient. And you'll see that people who are able to delay gratification are able to build tremendous amounts of wealth. And that is going to be one of the fundamental principles that we are going to abide by as we explore the financial district and enter the markets and start exchanging our energy, which is our attention, using cryptocurrencies that we can use to monetize and quantify our attention in this digital environment. Okay, so how did I 10x my portfolio, and how do I plan on doing it again? Well, we're going to do it in the financial part of town, which is now neighboring the gaming and artistic parts of town. I essentially picked out coins that are integrated into the infrastructure of this digital civilization. I picked them out early when they were emerging, and I got actions. I got ownership of those of that infrastructure using crypto coins and crypto tokens that are quantifying the infrastructure in this civilization. And I rode those investments as more people realized the value of those coins and therefore increased the value of the coins that I owned. So because these cryptocurrencies grow in value as more people use them, by going into the digital, by going deep into the root sprouting of the infrastructure. We're able to own very early on some of the pieces of the infrastructure of the digital town, the digital empire that is unfolding, and we're able to ride that growth in wealth as the network grows and the value of that coin grows. That is how I've 10x'd my crypto investment portfolio, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Make sure to click like and subscribe so you don't miss this series, the videos that are coming in this series. Okay, so don't mind me as I clean up here. We're going to move around the LinkedIn. That's the conference center of our town. We've got Facebook right here. You know what? I'm actually going to put this in my dry bag. That is a dynamic phone book as far as I'm concerned. In the next video, we're going to begin our journey to turn $1,000 into $10,000. Would you like to come along? Click like, click subscribe. Let's boost up this video and the algorithm. Let's teach the algorithm that's trying to become more human and give us what we primarily want. Let's teach it that we want to become conscious of the attention that we're investing in this digital environment that we spend hours a day on. Let's strategically embrace our fears that everything could vanish, that everything is risky unless we know what we're doing. And this series is about informing you things that you can do, sharing what I know how to do in the digital so that you're able to take more risks, because the size of your rewards are connected to your risks. And the most number one reason that the people I've met who are missing out on the flourishing, emerging abundance in the digital space right now are people who have fear of losing money. And I want to be clear in this. You know, this is money that I can afford to lose. This is highly volatile and a high risk environment. Based on the emergence and the growth, you can actually get your initial capital out very quickly, and that's something that's going to be built into the strategies that I'm going to be sharing. Our attention is extremely important. Our attention is illuminating. It is electrifying our digital empire. So let's be conscious of that. I'm excited for what's coming. I hope to see you guys in the next video. I'll see you then.